You've been doing everything right, eating clean, hitting the gym, maybe even fasting, and yet that stubborn belly fat just sits there, mocking you every time you look in the mirror. What gives? Here's the truth nobody talks about. The real reason you can't lose belly fat has nothing to do with how many crunches you do or how little you eat. It's something way sneakier, and once you understand it, everything changes. I'm going to let you in on a secret. Your belly fat isn't just fat. It's a stress storage unit. And the hormone responsible for filling it up? Cortisol. That's right. The same hormone that helped your ancestors run away from lions is now helping you hold on to love handles. Thanks, evolution. Really appreciate it. Let me explain how this works because it's actually kind of fascinating in a frustrating way. When you're stressed, your body releases cortisol. This is totally normal and actually useful in short bursts. You need cortisol to wake up in the morning. You need it to respond to danger. You need it to perform under pressure. The problem is when cortisol stays elevated all the time. And in our modern world, that's basically everyone. Think about your average day. You wake up to an alarm, which is already a mini stress response. You check your phone and immediately see emails, notifications, and news that stresses you out. You rush through your morning. You sit in traffic or cram onto public transport. You deal with work stuff all day. You come home exhausted, but then scroll social media for 2 hours, comparing yourself to people living their best, curated, fake lives. And then you can't sleep because your brain won't shut up. Sound familiar? Your body doesn't know the difference between running from a lion and stressing about a work deadline. To your nervous system, stress is stress. And when stress is constant, cortisol stays elevated. Here's where it gets really annoying. Cortisol specifically tells your body to store fat around your midsection. Not your arms, not your legs, your belly. Scientists think this is because visceral fat around your organs could be quickly converted to energy if you needed to fight or flee. Except you're not fighting or fleeing. You're just sitting there stressed about your inbox while your body packs on belly fat for an emergency that never comes. But wait, it gets worse. Elevated cortisol also makes you crave sugar and junk food. Ever notice how when you're stressed, you don't crave salad? You crave cookies, chips, ice cream, anything that gives you a quick dopamine hit. That's cortisol talking. It wants fast energy for the emergency it thinks you're in. So not only does cortisol store fat around your belly, it also makes you eat the exact foods that create more belly fat. It's a cruel little cycle. And here's the part that really messed with my head when I learned it. You can actually make this worse by trying too hard to lose weight. Yeah, let that sink in. If you're doing intense workouts every single day, eating way too few calories, and stressing about the scale constantly, you're spiking cortisol even more. Your body thinks it's in a survival situation. Food is scarce. Physical demands are high. Danger must be everywhere. So what does it do? Holds on to belly fat even harder. This is why some people exercise like crazy and eat almost nothing and still can't lose their gut. Their stress levels are through the roof and their body is in full protection mode. Okay, so what's the solution? How do we fix this? I'm going to give you the exact strategy that finally worked for me after years of banging my head against the wall. Step 1. You have to address the stress itself. I know that sounds obvious, but most people skip this entirely. They want the quick fix, the magic supplement, the special diet. But if your cortisol is chronically elevated, none of that stuff will work long term. You have to calm your nervous system down. And no, I'm not saying quit your job and move to a beach. Although if you can do that, cool, invite me. I'm talking about small daily practices that actually move the needle. The biggest one for me was walking. Not power walking. Not walking with ankle weights trying to burn calories. Just easy, relaxed walking. Ideally outside. Ideally without my phone blasting a podcast in my ears. Just walking and letting my brain chill out. 20 to 30 minutes a day. This single habit lowered my baseline stress more than anything else I've tried. Your body associates easy movement with safety. When you're walking calmly, you're clearly not in danger. It tells your nervous system to relax. Step 2. Sleep. I know you've heard this a million times, but I'm going to say it again because it's that important. If you're not sleeping 7 to 8 hours, your cortisol will be elevated no matter what else you do. One bad night of sleep can spike cortisol by 50% the next day. 50%. And most people are chronically undersleeping and wondering why they can't lose weight. Your body literally cannot burn fat efficiently when it's sleep deprived. It's too busy trying to keep you functional. Prioritize sleep like your belly fat depends on it, because it does. Step 3. Stop over-exercising. This was a hard one for me to accept. I used to think more was always better. If 30 minutes of cardio is good, 60 must be twice as good, right? Wrong. Excessive exercise, especially intense cardio, spikes cortisol like crazy. If you're working out hard every single day and never taking rest days, you're probably doing more harm than good. 3 to 4 solid workouts per week with proper recovery is way more effective than 7 days of grinding yourself into the ground. Step 4. This is where fasting comes in, but strategically. Fasting can actually help lower cortisol and improve your body's stress response over time. But here's the key. You have to do it in a relaxed way. If fasting stresses you out, if you're white-knuckling through every fast and obsessing over the clock, you're missing the point. Start with a comfortable eating window, maybe 16/8. Don't push to extremes until your body is adapted and it feels easy. The goal is to give your digestive system a break and let insulin drop, not to add another stressor to your already stressed life. Step 5. Eat enough food. When you do eat enough. Chronic calorie restriction is a massive cortisol trigger. Your body needs to feel fed and safe to let go of fat stores. This doesn't mean eat junk food all day. It means eat adequate protein, healthy fats, and whole foods until you're satisfied. Stop starving yourself. It's not working, and it's making the problem worse. Here's what happened when I implemented all of this. At first, honestly, not much. I was impatient. I wanted results in a week. But after about 3 weeks of consistent walking, better sleep, dialed back exercise intensity, and relaxed fasting, something shifted. My cravings disappeared, like actually gone. I wasn't constantly thinking about food anymore. My sleep got deeper. I started waking up before my alarm, feeling actually rested. And then slowly, the belly fat started coming off. Not dramatically overnight, but consistently, week after week. The fat that had been stuck for years finally started moving. The craziest part? I was eating more food and exercising less than before. But my stress was down, my cortisol was regulated, and my body finally felt safe enough to release the fat it had been hoarding. So here's the bottom line. If you've been killing yourself trying to lose belly fat and nothing is working, stop trying harder. Start trying smarter. Address your stress, fix your sleep, stop over-exercising, fast strategically and calmly, eat enough food. Your belly fat isn't just a calorie problem, it's a stress problem. Fix the stress and the fat will follow. All right, if this helped you, hit that subscribe button. I drop new videos every week on fasting, fat loss, and all the stuff that actually works. No gimmicks, no BS, just real strategies for real results. I'll catch you in the next one.